Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Strategic Feminine here on YouTube. I am a little late, as always. That's the theme here. But I am here, and of course, I'm going to do me a little bit of. Originally, when I was planning on coming live, I was going to just be doing this like dolo, so it was going to be like a girls' party. But I actually am double booked, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of multitasking. What do y'all think about it? I'm gonna wait till everybody comes in. I know people be waiting, like, okay, 6:05. Girl, I was here at 6:05 and you ain't go live, so now I'm not interested. Hi, Unika. How's everything been? It's been like weeks since we came. Since I came and did everything. So, how are you doing? I believe last time we spoke, we was worried about school and I don't know. What else was it? What else was it? Of course, as you need to be, schoolwork, schoolwork. So, as you guys know, today's live stream is going to be something close to my heart. It's level up conformity. It's going to be level up conformity and then respectability politic because this is something kind of light, but it's been something that's been coming up a lot in my life. And then I was watching like the Coffee Cuties. She had a video kind of talking about this girl. She was on Ashley Dalton's platform, and Ashley Dalton gave her honest advice. And in the comment section, I had put in my opinion, like, I think she looks cute, great haircut, and people were calling like it pick me behavior. And honestly, to be honest, the synopsis of this video is going to be most women want to disencourage you from taking any liberties, doing any steps, anything that's going to directly help you. They will go against that so hard. And then they'll give it some fancy name, like we do all the time, pick me's. You a pick Misha. And now we have a whole culture of women trying to explain themselves to an imaginary concept. Most women are going to want to be chosen by men if they're a heterosexual woman. So for it to be a term now, the only reasons I feel like people should have terms for things like actual definitions and phrases if it's a serious like situation, like something when people were actually explaining mental concepts or psychology, people came up with terms for that. But now it just seems like everyone comes up with terms for any own reason, like any reason at all. It'll just be terms. Oh, you're a pick me. You're a pick me. So I'm going to show y'all a little bit of what I'm talking about and then give y'all a lot of my real and raw opinion. So I'm going to let y'all watch the video first. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to let y'all watch Coffee Cutie's video and we're going to give her support and we're going to watch her whole video to the end. And y'all going to let me know what y'all think about the video in the comments. And then I'm also going to give my opinion on Coffee Cutie's opinion, of course, Ashley Dalton, and then how I truly feel about the level up conversation, hypergamy, and everything that goes into that as a girly. So just hold on and I'll show y'all the video very shortly.
Back with another reaction video where I give my raw and unfiltered opinion about viral topics surrounding Coley natural hair. And today we definitely have a banger indeed, because today we will be reacting to a woman who decided to cut off all of her locks after appearing on the Ashley Dalton show with the recommendation that in order to attract a high value man, she needed to get rid of the locks altogether. So first, if you're not aware of who Ashley Dalton is, I guess she's some type of level up coach, female dating coach. She's kind of like a Kendra G a little bit, but when I do see her, she's kind of more just giving advice aesthetically on how to change your opinion in order to attract a high value man. Kind of all in the same realm, same family, but a little bit different. Leave down below if you're a fan of her and you can describe it a little bit better. As I've only seen her, coming up and down my For You page. I don't follow her closely. But before we get into the story, I definitely want to thank my subscriber by the name of Sheena for emailing me this story. She is a long-term subscriber, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I did see the YouTuber Essie cover the story as well. So I'm going to have her video linked down below and watch it after this one because I wanted to give an unbiased perspective. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see what is going on with this story. So let me go ahead and pull it up now. And let's get into some things.
You were up here before, right?
I was. I had locks.
Oh my God. What?
How often do you switch up your hair? And are you looking for more of an earthy type of man? What type of man are you looking for?
I don't know. I like a man with hair. If I can find a man that has locks, that'll work for me. But I kind of want to date rich men.
But when you say rich, what do you mean?
Like wealthy, either black men or white men.
If you want to date wealthy black or white men, I'm not saying your hair isn't beautiful. So that's a different kind of aesthetic. I'm not saying you're not beautiful with your locks, but you're going to have to do something very different. You're going to have to go straight. So it's either you braid down your locks and put a wig on, you get a sew-in, you undo your locks and then do some clip-ins, but you have to go a different direction with your hair. And no nose rings. You have to take that out. Studs in the hair. Take out the hoops. You're already in shape. You're fit. Can I see the nails? No blue. You need French or pink. No more tattoos.
Okay.
Because you said wealthy and rich, it's not that they don't mind you being spicy, but they don't want the world to know that. So no more tattoos. If you could get those covered up, get those covered up.
These covered up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Whoa!
Yes, honey.
Wow, this is beautiful. What? Not saying you didn't look beautiful with your locks. Let me put that forward.
Right.
Because you still did look beautiful. But how do you feel with your new look?
Girl, so the short hair gets me more attention. However, I think it intimidates men.
All right. So leave your thoughts down below about what your girl had to say, just your overall reaction to her cutting off her locks in order to create a high or attract rather a high value man. So let's go ahead and read a few comments before I give my commentary. So the first person said, terrible advice because girl, huh? Next person said, may this desperation never find me. Someone else said, yeah, I'll do anything to get a man, huh? So yeah, we're kind of on the same page in this comment section so far. Let me go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. So the next person said the pixie cut definitely eats more. It looks more polished. So your girl, I do want to put it out there before I get my commentary that she is a beautiful girl. So she actually looks beautiful both ways. So I don't think no one is debating this, even when I give my commentary. So I want to put that out there. So someone else said, LOL of microaggression here, but I digress. Oh, a lot of microaggression here, but I digress. So I guess she's referring to the people who are maybe saying this is desperate. I don't know, but
Now, let me just pop in and say, I don't understand why women are acting as if she is being desperate or a pick me. Personally, in my opinion, if she's noticing with a particular hairstyle that she is getting a particular type of man who's hollering at her, who's talking to her, who's trying to take her out on dates or whatever, she's getting a particular approach, there's nothing wrong with you going to an elder woman and saying, hey, like, this is what I'm noticing. What should I change? Is there something that maybe I'm not seeing? Do I have blind spots in my aesthetics and my appearance to make me not know what I'm seeing? So that's another thing too. She definitely went on Ashley Dalton's podcast as a free woman and just said that she wanted to do a change. So people are calling her a pick me, but I don't feel like they would be calling her a pick me if she didn't cut off her locks. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, when I saw the lady's locks, she didn't have super long locks that, she's been growing since she was a baby. Those look like locks that she had just started maybe a year ago or so. It didn't seem as though she had a super deep connection to them. So I don't understand why they're acting like she's being a pick me. This is what happens when women don't want you to compete. This has everything to do with female competition. So because you're getting insight about yourself and looking to change, looking to level up, and looking to attract a higher, more upper echelon of quality of man, right? Everyone around you is going to be like, what? You can't get natural, a rich man with natural hair? Yeah, you can. But depending on what luck you have with your locks, if you want to switch up your look, that's completely okay. I don't think it had anything to do with the texture either. She could have kept her hair like a cute cut, a curly cut, and I still think that the pixie would have suited her better than the locks. And this is coming from someone, and I'm gonna get into my own lock journey. I had locks. I had my own locks, and I took them out because I like my loose natural hair better. It just fit me better. It looks better. So I wanted to add that on there. Hi, the Girl Union. Hi, everyone. Okay, so this is also going to be a call-in live. So once I play all the videos, I'm going to allow you guys to come on and y'all can tell me y'all opinion as well. So let me continue with the video.
Nevertheless, let's see what else is going on. So someone else said, as a like girly, this was very disheartening and feels anti-black. We are the aesthetic, we are the wealth. We should never lose the plot. The male gaze was never that serious. And then someone else said, how about y'all seek the kingdom of God, please? So I think that is a good way to end it on that note. So, in my perspective, again, I just want to start out by saying, that I actually agree with Ashley that different hairstyles will attract different type of men. So I think that pretty much we're all on agreement with that, with just different videos that I post and everything in between. But in my personal opinion, I feel like I get the most attention with my natural hair. Now I don't have locks, so lock girlies, please come to the front and let us know what you think about that. And I feel like it is also a repellent to dusties personally. So I personally enjoy rocking my natural hair. And again, I don't have locks, so that is a little bit of a different experience. And there are stereotypes when it comes to all different variations of natural hair. And I know locks, like how Ashley was kind of getting into in the first video, it's the stereotype that, oh, you have to be like a earthy or you like a Rasta type of guy is the only guy who's going to like that type of hairstyle, which we know is absolutely insane because we talked about this subject before. And there were so many girls with locks or no people with locks who have high value man, and that is whatever it means to you, not only high earning but also high values and everything in between. But I do want to also say that no man is worth all of this. I don't care if he is high earning, because again, what about the other qualities that matter in a man besides just the bag? Like, you're willing to do all that just for the potential bag. What about compatibility? What about morals? What about all of that? It just seems like that is always left out of the conversations when it comes to attracting the high value man. It's just simply, oh, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. And I'm not one to change myself whatsoever in order to fit into what another person wants, because we know people wake up every day and they change their mind like they change their draw. So one day you're waking up thinking that you're what somebody wants, and then the next day they decide they want something completely different. That's why it's important to love yourself. And similar to what one of the commenters talked about, desperation, I agree. It could definitely give off a desperate vibe if you're willing to go through such drastic measures in order to attract a man. And I feel like, okay, let's just say, for example, that particular guy, he was not into locks, this quote unquote imaginary high value man, because it's not a guarantee, no matter what you do, that you're going to attract this ghostly man. But let's just say hypothetically, he's like, oh yeah, I feel the pixie a lot more. Okay, that's fine. So you checked off the physical appearance, physical attraction. But what about the desperation that may show up in other areas with you being so desperate to attract this man? So I just feel like it would definitely be in the energy. Leave down below if you agree or disagree. But also, I think that it feeds into a lot of different conversations and stereotypes that we have in these social media streets, such as Black men not liking natural hair, because she did say she wanted a high earning, high value Black man. And then it also feeds into the stereotype because it's like, you also said white man. So it's kind of like you cannot feel like you can represent your true Blackness, because we do know locks is the representation. It is a attribute of Black, our Black aesthetic, our heritage. It goes so deep, and to feel like you have to change that part of yourself if the white high value man is who you end up with. It just, like the commenter said, kind of screams anti-Black. I could definitely feel where they were coming from with that. And then it kind of goes into the phrase of, there's this whole debate kind of within the lock community about some people using it as a trend, and then some people really embarking on a journey, a spiritual journey for many when it comes to locks. So it kind of goes with that, because it's like, if you're just so easily willing to hack off your locks just to attract a man that you don't even know exists, it just kind of like, it definitely was a trend for you, and it wasn't something that you were really attached to like many other people are. But overall, I definitely, once again, advocate for Black women to, whatever you choose to do with your hair, do it for yourself. Don't do it for someone else, because again, men will literally come online and tell you that they enjoy natural hair, and then you will see them with a woman with a wig. So you have to learn to love yourself through and through first. Self-love is the most important love. And then when you love yourself, you would naturally attract what you're trying to attract. When you're vibrating on that level, that's just my personal opinion. But lastly, before we kind of give an update after this video, it's flat out giving pick me. And as we know, pick me's, they oftentimes, for one, do not get picked, or if they do get picked, it's not by this high value dream man that you're thinking of. And then it just flat out gives desperate. And oftentimes pick me, it can kind of get into the realm of doormat. So you definitely have to be careful with that, making drastic changes just for a man. Now, if this was something she wanted to do to level up, that would be one thing. But we can see she came on the show stating that she was doing all of this for a high value man. But next, let's go ahead and get into an update. So like I stated before, this went super duper viral. So there was tons of opinions, to the point where your girl actually came back on Ashley's show again to kind of give a reaction to a lot of the people and the naysayers and the negative comments. So let's see what your girl has to say.
Still ain't hit them gyms yet. Y'all need to get in the gym and stop being focused on my hair. Like, not that hair.
Is this the girl?
This is she.
Were the locks your hair, or were those extensions? Because I see a red pixie cut in your profile picture.
I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I do hair for a living. So I always go short. I grow my hair out. I cut it. It don't matter. Like, hair to me is something that I'm not attached to. It is what it is. Like, I could grow locks. If I wanted locks right now, I would get locks again. Okay. But it was a choice of mine to cut my hair off. I have a mind of my own. I decided to get a pixie cut, which I think fits me.
So this was her decision, although she did come up here, ask for advice, but it was her choice. Because you see what's going on right now, Nancy.
I see, girl. And the comments is crazy. Like, I would never cut my hair for a man. I'm too secure within myself to do anything for a man. However, I did come up here for Ashley's advice. And I'm a woman that listens to older women, because I'm 27. You know what I'm saying? She been where I'm at before. So, of course, I'm going to go to an older woman to ask for advice. Y'all need to start listening, because clearly,
thank you, beautiful.
Y'all still ain't hit them gyms yet. Y'all need to get in the gym and stop being focused on my hair. Like, not that hair.
You beautiful.
Y'all still ain't hit them gyms yet. Y'all need to get in the gym and stop being.
All right, so that is what your girl had to say. Let's go ahead and read the caption from Ashley as well. So she said she didn't cut her locks for a man. She's a licensed hairstylist who changes her hair often. So let's see what a few commenters had to say as well. So someone said, heavy on it in the gym because our community got bigger problems, pun intended. Someone else said, Ashley, the facial expressions kill me every time. And then someone else said, heavy on the gym. So it's funny that she is deciding to attack the audience when we are just trying to protect your girl and make sure that she's okay in every way, and make sure that she's not going out sad for a potential man, even if he is high value. Like she says, she is 27, so she likes listening to older women. A lot of women in the comment sections are older than her and may have done similar things and can give the red flags like, hey, you need to love yourself first, really focus on yourself. It seems like she goes to the gym. That's great. Okay, that's one aspect, but let's focus on that mental as well and make sure that we're there all the way and make sure that we're doing things for us and not just for a man. But it does seem like she's kind of backtracking a little bit, because it did sound a little crazy to get on there, say, hey, I'm looking for a man, and then you come back and your hair's cut. And that is honestly why she came back to say, hey, my hair's cut now. Like, hopefully I can attract the high value man. But when it cut off in the first video, she actually was starting to get into the fact that men were now intimidated by the pixie cut. So that proves the point right there. I wish I would have addressed that initially, but she cut it off for allegedly for herself or whatever, but the premises was for a man. And then she was talking about how people were intimidated by that look as well. So that's why, again, it is important to do what is best for you when it comes to your hair, because who's to say that you're even going to get the results that you want if you're just doing it for a man? Men, like I stated in some other videos, one day it will be this, then you'll notice they're with that. You have to love yourself first 100% before you really worry about any man. That's going to be the overall message, because you definitely do not want to come out over desperate in these streets in 2025. These streets are very cold, very ruthless, and you don't want to be out here moving like that. Like you will literally do anything just to attract the man. You need to be first trying to find yourself, and then what's meant for you will come to you and be attracted to you naturally. So that's my opinion when it comes to this whole conversation. Again, the videos are super duper viral. So I am very curious to know what the Coley community thinks about all this. A lot of girlies come to the front. What did you think when you seen this video? Were you shocked? Have you ever done anything drastic like this to attract?
And sorry, y'all, I'm cooking in the back, so that's what you're gonna be hearing. I'm double booked, like I told y'all. But honestly, like how I feel about the whole situation, I had locks. Like she said, Girl Union said, that part get in the gym. Yeah, right. So she was saying, like, the people who I'm seeing having commentary about me, y'all not even fit. y'all need to get in the gym. Like, y'all need to do something. So for me personally, I had locks. I did, y'all. I had locks, and I did it for a trend. You know, I saw that everybody had locks. Me personally, I had an attraction to dreadheads at the time. So, you know, I just was like, and I didn't just, oh, I like dreadheads, so let me get these locks. No, I liked boys with locks. I played in their hair for years, and I said, well, let me finally see like what the craze is about, because there's been a lock craze. So I got them. And as an African American, I don't have any cultural, like, you know, locks are a Caribbean thing. Like that, they have cultural ties to the Caribbean. Like like African Americans, I feel like we kind of hopped on locks as a trend. I don't think we have any real cultural ties to the locks like that. So for me personally, when I had the locks in, I didn't like the attention I was getting from men. I would always get the dusty dashiki, hey queen. I would always get that type of dude trying to talk to me because he thinking I'm into that Nubian goddess crap that he about to kick over to me. He think he about to kick me over some Dr. Umar game. So that's what the lock signified to my outside surroundings. And although we don't like it, that's the truth. That's how society looked at it. Now, if I enjoyed my locks, would I have changed them because that's, you know, this is the attention I'm getting from men? No. But at the same time, a lot of people don't have those cultural, you know, ties to the locks like that. And on top of that, she says she was a hairstylist, so she does her hair. I'm pretty sure, willing to bet she does her hair very often. So we have to be honest that what we're wearing, what we're choosing to put on, our aesthetic does directly correlate into what guy is going to talk to us and ask us for dates. And does he think that you can match his fly at the end of the day? So there are certain aesthetics who maybe this, like, you know, someone going for a clean girl or a sleek cut, where her pixie cut makes more sense culturally. Her pixie cut may make sense to the guy that she's trying to attract, and her locks, she may not like those guys who are attracted to her locks. So the fact of the matter is, we have natural hair Nazis who won't let people admit the truth, and I just don't like it. Unica says, I see many old guys with locks down their knees too. Yeah, like that's a significant thing. I know most people who have locks, they had locks since they was a baby. And those type of people would never cut their locks. But as you saw, the lady who we're doing this, you know, reaction to, she didn't have no long locks. Her locks were, you know, they looked like they were fresh. She had them in for about a year. And that's how long I had my locks in. I had my locks for about 9 months, just about. So I'm going to play some other videos. A lot of people have issues with the femininity, people giving the good game. But this is something that I want to tell y'all that no one else is going to tell y'all. Sometimes good advice isn't politically correct. I hate to be the one to tell you. Sometimes, you know, and that's where it used to be. And this is what I'm going to show y'all what I said about the coffee cuties in the comment section. Like, I'm going to basically show y'all what my reaction was. But all good advice is not going to be politically correct. So when you're like going on a level up journey, it's important to understand that you need to do that in private, okay? Because then you're going to have people coming for you off of Ashley Dalton live and calling you a pick me because you just want to change your hairstyle and switch it up and give the girls variety. You know, and that's what the undesirable women do. They want to police everybody into what they do, so much so that nobody has any bit of nuance or individuality. So I'm going to show y'all exactly what I said. Let me add it back to the stage and show y'all exactly what I said. Because y'all, you know, I always be in the comment section. I said, I don't think she's a pick-me. I like to switch it up as well. She took advice from a woman she trusted. That's why the level up is supposed to be done in a private community. And look what I said. Changing, and then look what people said in repliance to me. Changing your hair for a high-value man is pick-me behavior. The man you are with should appreciate your natural hair. Someone else says, I agree. It's male-centered and pick-me behavior regardless of who's encouraging it. Would you guys please stop the switch it up narrative getting played out? For a man, though, it should always be for yourself. I said, I don't see where my reply is. But I said, me personally, I'll never stop. I benefit from a salon and retail therapy as I do. And I will continue to say that. I benefit from a salon and retail therapy. I benefit from switching it up. So there's nothing wrong with me telling y'all that depending on what you're looking like, the audience does change. And if you want to be very, very, very intentional about the type of audience you attract to you, you have to be willing to understand that all good advice is not going to be politically correct. Of course, you need to love yourself. Of course, you shouldn't change your hair for a man. I didn't think that needed to go without saying. And I thought that went without saying, but you know, it's still okay to want to get into the ring and want to like tighten up those areas that need to be tightened up with. So I'm going to show, you know, more Ashley Dalton clips. She does this all the time. It's not just with this woman. She actually goes and tells women what their problem areas are. And she just keeps it real. Of course, y'all forgive me. Of course, her advice is very based on aesthetics, but don't nobody care about hearing about nothing else here on YouTube land. So I don't understand why everyone likes to act high and mighty when it's about, you know, a Black woman really doing what she thinks is best, even if it doesn't fall into the, you know, everyone's beautiful propaganda that we refuse to be honest about.
Go. You should have yourself put together at all times. At all times. In the dental office, in the doctor's office, especially there. Not only did he say something, my dentist said something, who's a man. He said, you look beautiful. You look so nice. Wow, thank you for dressing up. That's he said, thank you for dressing up. Thank you, Sappy. Thank you. So when we think people aren't noticing, people are noticing. That's what you guys to take away from this video. You don't need a ball gown. You don't need a full beat. But you need something. Something. Especially to my single ladies who are out here like, where the men? Where the men, Ash? They're out everywhere. Put on your good stuff. Put on that little dress that you have in the back of your closet. Put on a good shoe. Thank you, Sapien. Put on a good shoe. Put on a cute flat. All right. Put a little bit of makeup on your face. Put on some cute jewelry. Spray yourself. Put on some smell good. And get out there. Even on your way to work, you can meet someone. Even while you're running into Starbucks, you can meet someone. Even while you go to the dentist, you can meet someone. That man was ready to take me out of that office, that dental office, in a waiting area. Just because I had myself put together. He had no shame. An office full of people in a waiting room. Beautiful, can you come over here and sit next to me? Come and sit next to me. So all of this hoopla about, oh, it's 50 pounds of makeup. Oh, you don't got to do all of that. In real life, babe, it hits a whole lot different. In real life, it hits a whole lot different. We don't have problems. Attracted on getting men in these budgets. Okay? So put that BB, CC, DD, PP cream on your face immediately. Immediately. Thank you, Crash. Put it on immediately. Put on your good dress. Put on your good shoe. Put on some perfume. Put yourself together.
Managers, dry your tears. No more missed clock-ins, no-shows, and last-minute scheduling chaos.
Real opinion, like if I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna let her finish, but in real life, outside of YouTube, of course, your man should love you for exactly who you are. You should never change. But if we're being for real, if you're looking for a man, he's not going to love you with your natural hair that's off bat. That is not something that, yeah, when it's Kim, he's going to love and enjoy that as a feature of yours. But you have to give somebody something to look forward to. And a lot of us, we want to be comfortable right off bat. We want to lay up. We want to be able to be ourselves the second we're in a relationship with a man. Girl, no, you got to ease into that. And part of it is, no, you shouldn't have to change your natural texture for the man that you want. Absolutely not. I don't believe in appealing to any of the isms. But what I do believe, if it's time for you to switch it up, you need a new look, baby, and you know you need a new look, you don't got to get any type of approval from the comment section about what you need to do, because there's so many women who they won't be honest with themselves that they need a makeover, they need to change their hairstyle, they need to invest in new clothes. They will never be honest about their own level up journey, and you got these same women that'll sit there and try to tell you why you shouldn't change your hair or why you shouldn't invest in whatever aesthetics you choose to. No, that's why I won't do it. That's why I won't sit here and let women talk that much on their platform. You got people that sit here and be in the comment section telling you to love themselves day in and day out, and they ain't combed their hair in a week. You can't be taking advice from people like that. So I will always take advice from the pretty girl. When the pretty girl starts speaking, I shut up. Period. Okay?
It doesn't have to be a lot. I'm also doing content now where I'm going into stores for you guys. I'm going into Sephora. Granted, I felt the same way I do right now. Y'all know I got a little cold. I still put myself together to go to the dentist yesterday. I still went into Sephora. I said, you know what? Let me see which one of the girls in here can help me out, because it's important for my community to still get, some expert advice from one of the makeup girlies in Sephora. Because y'all said, Ash, what about Fenty? What about Vanessa Myricks? What about House of Labs? I want to make sure there is an option for the girls who want it. Hey, Maria Moon. So I'm assuming if you're on this side of TikTok, it's because you want to elevate. You want to try something different. You want to do something different. I don't think any woman, if I'm being 100% honest, I don't think any woman is ugly. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't think any woman on this planet is ugly. If she knows how to get the right hairstyle, the right nail style, the right makeup style for her face, maybe she gets her weight together, maybe she gets a little coin so she could do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Not saying a little bit of this and a little bit of that is necessary. But with a little coin, a good hairstyle, your nails done, a good face on, the right dress that fits your body, anybody could be a Beyonce or Nicki Minaj, and we love them both. Salute to the queens. But it doesn't take much. That's why when I get up here and I pour into you girls, and I tell you girls, just do this, do that, because I see what you don't see. I'm seeing what you don't see. We're on the outside looking in. Granted, there's things about me that y'all see that I don't see. I may have some blindness. So please be open to the criticism. Just be open to it. Try it out for 7 days. Come back and say, Ash, you know what? I tried that out. Okay. You know what? I like to do the makeup with the cut crease. Maybe that's my look. Or maybe I don't need to do a cut crease and lashes, Ash. Maybe I'm a red lip. I need foundation and bronzer, Ash. That pulled them in. Or maybe, Ash, I should do the dresses and the heels or the dresses and the slippers. That's my look, Ash. Maybe, Ash, the braids is not for me, not the boho, but the long hair, you know, maybe 26 inches, layers. That's for me. But, Ash, that's not for me, girl. I don't do wigs. Maybe I do K-tips. Maybe I do twist outs. The twist outs, oh, honey, that brings the boys to the yard. You have to figure out what works for you. You have to figure out what works for you. That's why when y'all get up here and y'all say, oh, why y'all want them to try your wig or someone or this or that? Because you don't know what works. Try it out. You don't have to be a slave to makeup. You don't have to be a slave to hair weave. You don't have to be a slave to extensions. You don't have to be a slave to heels.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your...
But I want you to try it out. You live once. You live once. Why not? It won't hurt to braid your hair down and put a wig on. This goes for all the girls, white, black, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. It won't hurt to braid your hair down and try your wig. You could take it out. You can take it off. When you take it off, your hair probably grow 2 inches from giving it a rest and not manipulating it. This is all I'm telling you guys. If you don't like the makeup, wipe it off. Try a different makeup style. It's that simple. It's not permanent makeup. Unless you want it to be, that is an option. I think y'all think too hard about some things. I think that's what it is. We think too deep. And we're forgetting we were girls. And I'm not sure if all the girls had the same experience. You grew up, you wanted to play with Barbies or baby dolls, or you wanted to wear your parents or your mothers or your grandmothers or your auntie or your cousin's shoes or heels around the house. Remember once upon a time, you was told it's not a fashion show? I was told that from elementary all the way into high school. Literally. I went to detention because I was told it's not a fashion show. So much so that I went to FIT, a fashion school. These are the things I want you to tap into the little girl in you. If that was you, tap into her. She wanted to play dress up. She wanted to be in mommy's makeup. She couldn't wait until she turned 18, child. So she could wear a little something, a push-up bra. And now that you're older, you have given that up. And I get it. Life gets hard. Life's bills, kids, husbands, boyfriends, wives, the internet, social media, advertising, 100 different things coming to you at once. So you don't have room to be that younger you who really appreciated beauty, makeup, style, fashion. But I want you to tap back into her. Can we tap back in? Even for a second. Even for a second, can we tap back in? Can we say hello, little Tiara? Hello, G4. Hello, Kay. Hello, Amanda. Tap into the little U's. Yes. Request to join the live. Come up for level up advice if you truly need it. And please, let's save it for the
maintain.
Yes. So yes, I would say diet if you're not. Are you dying?
Before I show y'all like the type of advice that she actually gives real women, because this, like, I actually watch her. Like, I actually watch her. So, you know, people will try to tell you, you know, fear mongering tactics so you don't watch the person that you really need to be getting the good game from. And they'll give you fake advice and not really try to empower nothing. So, yeah, she gives real advice to real women. Girl Union says that was so special, just different from any femininity content I've seen. Exactly. And people try to lie and act like it doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? When I tell y'all, I walk around with my natural hair often. And I'm one of those naturals. I don't care. I'll wear my natural hair combed, not combed, coiled, girl, matted, whatever it is for me. Whatever it is that day, I'll wear my hair however I need to wear it. And I never cared. I don't care. But when I tell y'all, because I don't care, I see their different reactions within people depending on what hairstyles I wear. And depending on the hairstyles, I get a different level of quote unquote societal privilege. Now, these, of course, depend on the male gaze. And I feel like some way, some shape, some form, we have a new generation of women trying to brainwash other women to stop living for the male gaze and instead live for the female gaze. So this is where you get into a lot of that liberal shit. And I hate to cuss, but I'm being so for real. This is where we get into all those liberal, you know, fun girl politics, the lace fronts, the gems and the charms on your long nails and all the extra. That's all girl gaze stuff. That's what cutesy girls care about, okay? So it's okay for you to wear all of those enhancements and no one should tell you otherwise. But then when someone finally tells you, hey, your look is tacky, very few people have good enough friends that are going to tell them, hey, girl, your look is tacky. You need to change that. And then when we get into those real conversations with real women and we have to tell women the truth, that's when you lose all your friends. I'm not saying there were anything wrong with those ladies' locks, but if I'm going to sit here and act like she looked better with her locks rather than that pixie cut, and no, she didn't. And it had nothing to do with, the texture of her hair. Personally, I just think she looked better with the pixie. She might be able to maintain the pixie cut better. Who knows, And that may work for her. But for people to sit there and try to shame this woman because what she's doing doesn't fall into their love yourself as you are narrative, which we very clearly can tell that's fake, with body positivity being disbanded in just 5 short years. Clearly that doesn't work. Clearly that approach hasn't worked for anybody, not in the real world, online maybe. But never have I ever looked crazy or looked busted or looked ghetto going anywhere and anyone hand me nothing. When I look my utmost best, when I look the prettiest, that's when people hand me stuff. That's when life gets easier for me and not a second before. And this doesn't just have to do with attracting a man. Yeah, attracting a man is important, but what really is important is the fact that you have women that are, attuned to their style. You have women now asking questions about what they look better in or what hairstyle they want to wear. And, even to understand that there's a different type of man that you want to attract is huge. Because a few years ago, we didn't know that was a true, that was something that was going on in the femininity and womanhood community. We didn't know there was a type of man you could attract with a hairstyle because people don't want to talk about it because it doesn't fall into, the political correctness of it all. We all want to be politically correct all the time. And if I'm being politically correct, I'm going to tell you, yeah, you can wear your natural hair and find a man, and the right man's going to love you because of it. But, if I'm being realistic and if I was giving you good advice, I say that the men who were attracted to my natural hair were dusties. And I think they're on to like, the dusty repellent stuff now. I don't think they, now I feel like, okay, because men know, this is something I'll say, right? Because men know that a lot of dark-skinned women have a trauma with not being chose, right? You have certain men who in your face will try to flatter you with your dark skin because they think you're not used to that already, right? So a man tried this with me last week. You a beautiful chocolate woman, right? Obviously, I know that. But you thought by telling me that I was going to give you a little bit more, attention because I'm not used to people complimenting me on my chocolate skin. That is what men will assume, So instead of just being realistic and being honest that certain men, they are probably going to feel a lot more comfortable trying you with your natural hair. And this is what I mean, right? When I was wearing my fro, I had men who were walking, trying to holler at me. Y'all, and I have a car and everything. Like, I'm walking out of my nice car and everything. And I don't know what it was. It just was my fro made me look a little bit more approachable to the dusties that were walking or riding on their bikes and stuff. And no harm towards those men. They were just trying to shoot their shot. I don't care. But if I'm being quite honest, and I had conversations with my mom about this, I don't like the type of men I attract when I be wearing my natural hair. It bothers me that these are the type of men that will hate queen me up. They're not high value, high earning men like I would want. And we talked about changing ourselves and doing the whole mommy makeover thing. And that is a normal, progression in womanhood. Women usually do mommy makeovers. Women usually like to do makeovers in times of great stress and times of great change. I don't understand why just now Black women want to act like they don't like, makeovers. Girl, I was just watching her before she got popular when she was doing her waist training vids. She's the truth. She seems level-headed. I learned how to dress from my mom. She knows how to dress. Yes, and most of us women get our femininity from our moms, Alexa, set an alarm for 15 minutes.
15-minute alarm set for 7:19 p.m.
So most of us get our femininity from our moms, right? And so me growing up, like I've had my own natural hair my whole life. So it's not a political statement for me to wear my hair. It's just a part of who I am. I just wear it because this is how it grows out of my scalp. So I have no issue saying dusty men are attracted to afros too. I have no problem saying that. So what I meant to say was, you'll have people who they think your fro is a lot more approachable because they deem your fro on the lower of quote unquote privilege, scales, because they don't view your fro as valuable as somebody would view straight hair. They think that you're more approachable just because of how they hierarchical your natural hair. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just being honest. I hate when people try to tell real advice on the internet and we just get hit with this politically correct stuff. Everything's not going to be politically correct. If you want, like, if I walked in here with a whole bunch of tattoos and piercings, I'm not expecting to get the clean shaven guy. I'm expecting to walk out there with another guy that has tattoos and, piercings just as well as me. So I don't understand why telling, this truth or common sense became unpopular opinions. And when that became being a pick-me, y'all call anything being a pick-me. And these women are literally here giving good advice, So I'm going to let her play a little bit more of like the advice that she's telling to other women. And y'all can let me know what y'all think about it in the comments too,
Your hair now or rinsing it? Are you rinsing your hair?
Yes, it's a shampoo that I seen that you put and leave it 30 minutes and then it gets black.
Yes, okay, perfect. So I would do a nice jet black rinse. I would shape up the hair, add in a few extensions. Oh, beautiful.
Okay, I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. What do we usually do for makeup?
For makeup, I put a thick foundation on, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to see if I could get better lighting. I try to moisturize at night because in the morning I do put a full face of makeup on. And I always put eyeliner because my eyes are small. And I put blush because if not, I feel like I don't have any color. And I always put some kind of rosy lipstick on me.
Okay, and what do we do for eyes? Do we have mascara on? Do we have a lash? What are we doing for eyes?
I always put eyeliner all the time, and I always put mascara.
Okay, eyeliner and mascara, perfect. Okay, alrighty. Can we see the nails?
They're non-existent. I was doing this shit right now, yeah.
No, we can't tell. We can't do nothing, mommy, nothing.
I could do gel. I'll do gel.
Yes, let's get that done. Let's get a mani. All right.
I'll do like what color? Like a red or rose?
You can do a cherry red. You can do a pink. That would be nice. You seem like a red or pink girl.
Yes, those are my colors. I like them.
Yes, red or pink. Okay, Karina, step back from the camera.
When I started Walton Goggins Goggle Glasses, I knew I'd be its fancy name and pretty face.
Okay.
Like, okay, a little bit older. Mm-hmm. Yes, Al. Yes, her. Yes. Yes, jet black hair, layers. You know, losing a little bit of weight, honey. Ooh, baby. Ooh, pressure. Pressure. Y'all gotta see the vision. And let me also say this. Hold on, let me sip. Let me also say this. As you get older, ladies, and I know my older ladies don't want to hear this, you have to put more effort into your looks. Let me say this again, ladies. As you get older, you have to put more maintenance into your look, into this vehicle of a body. Because the better you take care of it now, the less maintenance there will be as you get older.
My name is Miquel.
Miquel. Okay, Miquel, can we start with the hair? What's going on with our hair, Miquel?
So I'm at work. It's a rough week. So usually I got a sew-in. Usually my hair's usually done. I usually roll it, and it's like really, it's a bob. But it was a rough morning, so I was like, I'm winging it. But I bought you.
You have women who genuinely, they don't put any effort into themselves. Like, just being quite honest, quite real. This lady actually is quite brave for coming on here. You know, it looked like she at work. It looks like she's being herself. And she came on and she asked for genuine help of how she can level up for herself. Did any of the women who came on the screen, who came across on the screen, did they look like they were at their peak potential? So what I refuse to do is sit there and watch people, you know, watch other women try to hold back the others from reaching their peak potential just because they don't want to conform. Conformity is not, you don't have to quote unquote conform to be, you know, considering leveling up. Like it's not synonymous. It's not just, oh, conform to these standards or you don't get to level up. You get to do as you please in this world. You get to switch it up in the best ways that you do. You can be completely rebellious to every beauty standard and still not look like this when you're walking around. And it gets me, and I'm sorry to like yell, but it gets me so mad because y'all got women. Y'all have women who, you know, they'll fight tooth and nail for you to never reach your biggest potential, but they don't mind you walking around looking like this every day. So when someone gives you some real good advice, like take off the bad wigs, lose a little bit of weight, we trying to do extreme respectability politics. It's not extreme. Most women in other communities can tell the truth to each other and not have it be such a controversial thing. Women of other communities, non-Black women, tell each other that they're fat all the time. Girl, your ass got too big. You need to lose some weight. They're not sensitive about it or nothing. And that is completely okay within their culture because they're trying to help. Genuinely, in their best right, they're trying to help. So only in the Black community is, you know, cutting off your locks, conforming to texturism, even though, you know, she's still wearing her natural hair, right? Losing weight, they consider you trying to lose weight as wanting to be assimilate to white people. I watched one girl's video. She was talking about how Slim Kim and women like her, you know, were just trying to appeal to like white women and stuff. And in my opinion, I'm like, we're in a dark spot in society as Black people when trying to tell other Black women to stay in shape is considered like wanting to be like other white women. You know what I'm saying? And that's how far Black women will go when we try to be honest about some of this level up beauty aesthetic. We don't want to hear the truth, but we want to be fed lies like a man should love you no matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you moisturize your hair this week or not. A man should still get fantasy in the fact that you haven't combed your hair in 3 weeks. No, we're not going to do that. And sometimes, you know, we don't like the hairstyle. We may not like the hairstyle and we not feel as confident in it, but we supposed to feel confident because what? It's what? So I'm gonna let her continue talking, but yeah, that's what I just get so mad about that.
For so long. So I've actually started doing makeup, getting my nails done, got my bottles of water. But I just feel like I don't know. I just want to, I don't know.
No, hold on. We're going to start with here. We're going to go one by one. So I feel like your hair is growing out. You said it's a sewing, right?
It's a sewing, yeah.
Is it growing out? I feel like your hair is growing out a bit.
No, I just got it. It's just, I didn't do anything this morning.
Okay, you just got it. I don't know. For 38, I feel like this style makes you look a little bit older. I want to see something more youthful on you for your 30s. Really? Yes, I want to see something more youthful. Okay. Can we do that? Maybe a longer length, maybe a more defined part. That's what I want to see for you. Something more useful. Even if you do the same length, I want to see some sort of part. The middle or the middle or on the side. How are you feeling about that, Nicole?
I love it. I love it. Hey, Miss Amy.
One of my favorite ways to cut down on study time is to use AI tools. This is where Grammarly can help. Just open up Grammarly and ask it to help you to brainstorm topics. Then tell Grammarly what your essay is about, and almost instantly it'll give you a handful of topic ideas. Once you have your topic, Grammarly can also help you draft a research plan and even give you an outline. Now, once you have the outline, you start writing your essay. And along the way, Grammarly ensures that your writing is clear and concise. It'll check for common grammar mistakes like passive voice, subject-verb disagreement, and misplaced modifiers. But it'll also analyze your piece as a whole.
I love it. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I'll definitely, when I go back to the hairdresser, I'll definitely do a part.
And I'm only saying that, Miquel, because you're in your 30s, you're still young. So I want you to have a much fresher look. Okay? Alrighty. So what about makeup? What do we typically do? It looks like you have great skin. What do we typically do for the makeup?
I do, oh my God. I do like the full beat. I graduated from TikTok University, so I pretty much do a full beat. I have great skincare. I love makeup. Like, again, today was a rough day. I'm usually like beat on a regular day, but today was just like, I was winging it. So I do makeup.
All right, you do. What about day to day? Let's say we don't do a full beat. What's our in between?
It's not even, I don't even do it every day. I do it like spontaneously. It just depends.
But they're saying you look great on your page. You look great on your page. That's what they're saying.
I do. But I feel like when I go to work, I don't have to always look like that.
So you don't have an in-between look?
No.
They're saying you know how to do it. They're almost saying you don't need the level up advice. That's what they're saying. Read the comments. You look great. You look great. You look great.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, that was like the videos I kind of wanted to show as like respectability politics, conformity, and really where I feel like the conformity is coming from where I feel like a lot of people feel like they're conforming, or they feel like really is because we ourselves are making the people conform, right? So now that it's a unpopular thing for females to live for the male gaze, you have women who are now in an attempt of approval seeking the female gaze as an alternative, as if that's going to help you either. Whenever you're going outside of yourself, whenever you're going externally to look for something that, you know, you and yourself, the Most High, your spirit can tell you, you're already messing up. And we understand this as people. But I mean, as far as, you know, regular advice and stuff, I don't understand why all of a sudden for the regular girls, you know, they get hit with all this shaming from women in their own community, our own sisters. We will shame women for trying to level themselves up by all means of methods, you know what I'm saying? And then we won't let them, you know, talk about their results. Because we shame them. We shame our own sisters. And this is what makes me so upset. Because that lady looked beautiful with her locks, yes. She looked beautiful with her pixie cut, yes. And she took a very vulnerable moment to share, you know, she trusted Ashley Dalton. She trusts Ashley Dalton's opinion. So she let Ashley Dalton know that she wanted to switch it up and whatever way that Ashley Dalton thought it was best, she trusted her. That's what you do with your hairstylist. Alexa, stop. That is what you do with your hairstylist. That is what you're supposed to do, you know, when you have a lash tech or a nail tech or anybody else that's close to you that help you with your look and your style and stuff. That's what you do. You give them a little bit of, hey, I just been wanting to switch it up and change it. I don't know what I want to change it to. And then they give you direction based off of their own personal experiences. I don't think what Ashley Dalton said was texturous. Yes, you can find a high-value man and still wear your curly hair. I'm not refuting that, but is it going to be a harder or easier time? What's going to get you the best results is what us women are trying to focus on these days. And you have so many people trying their best to push off like a lot of this kind of Nazi positivity behavior. In my opinion, it's fake positivity because it only, you know, exists if you're operating in the way that they want you to operate. You know, I've been wearing my natural hair all my life with and without it being, you know, a trend. And I truly don't think that people are willing to admit that, if we're being honest, people still have texturist beliefs about type 4 kinky coily hair. So if I was in a space where I need a man tomorrow, like I'm not even in no type of times where I could wait. Just like Shira 7 was talking about, if universally, what's going to be easier? Am I going to find a high-value man with curly hair or straight hair? And if we're being realistic, and if you were being realistic, you'd be honest and say, yes, I can find a man with any of my hairstyles, but it'd be easier for the high-value man to talk to me if I was wearing X, Y, Z. So I hate when we get to a point where as women, we're not even allowed to be honest anymore because it's hurting people's feelings. No, natural hair isn't ugly because this lady cut off her locks. No, you shouldn't do all of that for a man. But if part of your leveling up goal is to find a husband, what's wrong with doing all the things that you need to prepare for your husband? You know what I'm saying? Or your man, or whoever you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I don't like. We don't have nuanced conversations anymore to the point where everyone is allowing, you know, the female gaze or whatever trend is going on at the time, whether it be traditionalism, whether it's fun girl aesthetic, whether it's liberal, whether it's not. We're just allowing the internet to not let us explore outside of our, you know, little bubbles. And I don't like that. I'm so over that. You know what I'm saying? Now with the natural hair community, everybody doesn't have positive experiences with their natural hair. And although we can be a community to like kind of encourage that a little bit more, if people don't have issues with texturism and colorism and they're just cutting their hair off, I don't think that is it. I don't think that makes her a pick-me. She's definitely not a pick-me. You know what I'm saying? She's switching it up. She's wearing a hairstyle that she thinks is going to help her find who she thinks she wants to find. And that's a personal choice. And I don't think she did anything wrong. I don't understand why people are so upset. Can somebody explain to me why people are so upset? please, can somebody tell me, can y'all maybe in one way or another understand why she's so upset? Why is she, like, why were the people, you know, who are waiting for her so much so that she had to come back, y'all. She had to come back on Ashley's show and clear the air, like, y'all ain't gonna keep calling me a pick me. Y'all ain't gonna keep talking, you know, mess about me, and I'm not gonna be able to say nothing. No. She fought back. Oh, okay. So, yeah, let me drop the link so y'all can come on. The link is also in the community tab post if you haven't. So I'm going to have you guys come on. I now open the floor up to my strategists. I'm opening up the floor to my strategists so they can have kind of a little bit of an opinion or a dialogue. Do y'all have an opinion? Do y'all have a dialogue? Just let me know. I'm going to add y'all to I think I might take a little bit of a break. I saw one creator, she was like, I'll be back, I'm going to take a break. And I never do that with my live streams. I just talk straight through. But like, if I say, oh, I'll be back in 5 minutes, will y'all come back? She said she'll be back. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I'll take a quick little break. I'll be back at 7:30. Y'all know I'll be late. So like make it 7:32 or something like that. I'm basically just gonna play Ashley Dalton the whole time and I'll be back.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Maybe I needed to hear that because I don't hear that often.
All right, beautiful. Thank you for coming up. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I guess we're gonna have to do checks because, you know, the girls are coming up. Hold on now.
The average team spends 50% of their time doing work about work. That's a lot of dollars down the drain. Take a look at any office and you'll see the same thing. Teams trapped in pointless meetings, managers forced to provide updates, and deadlines.
Nora, how are you? How are you, darling?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Do you consent to be on a live, potentially Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube? Okay, perfect. All right. So give us your name. Well, we know your name. Give us your age, where you're from, and why you want to level up.
My name is Nora. I am 36 years old. I'm from Germany, and I want to level up because I would like to have your advice on my hair. What would you do if you would have my hair? What can I improve?
I can't say I love the look of the 2 ponytails right now. I'm not in love. Can we see it out? Can we see it outside the pigtails?
All of my hair?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, better. Yes, better. Yes, better. What do we think, chat? Full bangs, maybe. Better. Everyone's saying better already. Yes. Better. If you
I cut my bangs and it doesn't look like I want it like a curtain bangs or something.
Okay. When's the last time you went to the salon, Nora, to have a hairstylist do your hair?
Time ago, yes.
Okay, can we set an appointment to go to a hairstylist? I'm also thinking maybe even a few K-tips or maybe a track or 2 for volume, you know? If you just want a little bit more weight, you can add a little bit of hair, you know, clip-ins. That would be nice for volume. But I want you to go to a hairstylist, a professional. Don't cut your hair and have them help you shape it up, add in some clip-ins and things like that. Can we do that?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so what do we usually do for makeup? I see you have your makeup on.
No, to be honest, it's a filter, but I don't have any like makeup on, just my lips, you know?
Oh, wow. Okay. So what do you typically do for makeup?
When I go out or go on a party or something, I put makeup. Like, yes, I just do my lashes with the what's the name, mascara, and yeah, some lip gloss, lipstick. That's it. I don't like so much to put so much. Depends on where I go, but yes.
Okay, so day to day, let's say if you're not going out, day to day, are we doing lip, blush, mascara? Are we doing at least that much?
At least lips and maybe sometimes mascara, but I'm wearing glasses, so I don't like when they touch the glass and be like, you know what I mean? So
okay, but I want you to still put a little something on, okay? Let's see your nails. Oh, nice. Okay, they're done. That's pretty. I like the design. Yes. Yes. Okay, very nice. Can we step back from the camera, Nora?
Yes, my outfit is really like basic. I just have kind of a wider short and yes, not so special. It's a normal day, you know.
Okay, Nora, you're small. All right. Even with the outfit, because you're small, I want you to find clothing that's more flattering for your shape, more flattering. Because you're tiny. You can wear anything. You can wear anything.
I'm actually 5'8". Is it tiny?
Yes. No, not in height, but in weight.
Okay. I understand. Okay.
Yes. In weight, you are small, so I would want you to wear styles that, you know, accentuate your body. I can't say that I love the leotard and the pants combo. All right. Maybe if you're doing that, maybe more of a crop top with those sort of pants, but not the leotard sort of thing. Let's lean into dresses. Yes. Okay. And you know what? I also thought of this. I said, maybe Nora, when she makes her hair appointment, I think curtain bangs will look good on you. Yes, curtain bangs. Have them add some volume in, cut it along the shape of your face, middle part. I think that will look beautiful on you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, darling. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Hold on. Before you pay for yet another app to manage your team, let me introduce you to Connect Team, the one platform that replaces all of these. I'm talking about live scheduling, time tracking, and digital forms that help you stay in control. Use instant team updates and personal or group chats to communicate easily and effectively. So stop spreading your business across apps, whiteboards, binders, platforms. It's exhausting, it's expensive, and honestly, it's unnecessary. Join thousands of businesses that simplified employee management, cut costs in basically half, and got back the time to focus on what matters most. Start your free trial now at connectteam.com.
If you're looking for a house, you should be looking for a mortgage.
You could mortgage in the dark.
Or know the steps with Better.
You could mortgage like it's 1970.
Or do it now with Better.
You could mortgage on their time.
Or with Better on yours.
You could overpay on fees.
Or mortgage with Better and save. Go to better.com to mortgage right. Start by finding out how much house you can actually afford in just 3 minutes.
Bye.
Thank you, Nora, for coming up. I appreciate your support. Nora's always on my lives. Thank you, Nora, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on up. Request to join the live. Request to join live. So it's also important to know your face shape and to know what looks good on you and what doesn't. Like, I know I have a very sharp face. My face is very sharp. So there's certain styles that will that will make my face or accentuate the sharpness in my face. So you want to lean into certain styles and lean out of certain styles, okay? So really look at your face shape. Also look at a celebrity who has maybe a similar look or similar face as you, and see what hairstyles they wear. Yeah, bangs, but not hard bangs. More like fringy bangs. Hello. Hey, how are you? Oh my God, welcome back. You were up here before.
Yes, this is my second time. How are you?
You have different hair, but you have different hair. Yes, I see you.
I'm
Welcome,
here
darling.
for the level up advice. I want to know what can I do to level up for myself, not to looking for somebody, but for myself, to feel good about myself.
Okay, do you consent to be on a live or platforms? TikTok, Instagram, too? Do you consent to be on a live or platforms?
Do I what?
Do you consent to be on a live on all platforms? Do you consent to be here and post it? Do you consent to be posted?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, okay. So let's start with the hair, darling. I think the twist is cute. When did we get it done?
I think like 3 weeks ago.
Okay. How often do we freshen it up? Let's see, come closer. It looks longer. It's only been 3 weeks.
I usually wear my hair like wash and go or high poof, but now I changed it a little bit. I put on twist because in China we don't usually find like hairstylists to do our hair, so we do it ourselves.
How's it going? Wait. How's dating going in China? How is that going?
Hard. So hard. I give up.
Because the last time we spoke, you said there's no guys, no China.
I give up on dating. This is why I want to do things for myself now.
Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, so you got your hair done 3 weeks ago. All right. Okay. I don't mind the twist. I thought you had it in longer. I thought you had it in longer. Okay. So soon, maybe give it another week, and then maybe you refresh it. All right. What do you usually do with makeup?
Oh, like little brush, mascara, lipstick or lip gloss, like foundation. Yeah, I do my natural makeup.
Okay. Do we ever do a little bit in the eyebrow, like the tail end of the eyebrow, not the front, just the back?
I don't know how to do my eyebrows actually. I don't know.
So I want you to look up an eyebrow tutorial. Not that you need the eyebrow in the front, just the end where there's a sparser area. Okay. You could just fill in the very end.
Okay.
All right. Someone said a brow stencil. That's a great advice. Thank you so much. All right. Can we see your nails? Oh, they're blue. Okay. This is cute. How old are you again, darling?
24.
24 or 34?
24.
Oh, 24. Okay, 24. Okay. All right. They're blue. They're cute. Have we ever tried a different color outside of blue?
Red, pink, white. Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Can we step back from the camera? All right. Mama's in shape. Mama's in shape. Oh, don't show too much now. Hey, hold on. Looking good, baby girl. All I would say is you need to tone. That's it. Can we tone? Continue toning. That's it. Okay? I know that's right. If you didn't find them in China, you're going to find them on TikTok today. Okay?
Okay, y'all, I'm finally back. Your girl likes to stay booked and busy, so sometimes y'all be my little double booking too, you know what I mean? But now that is done, I can actually really not be double minded. So when everybody gets back, this is when we're going to do the call-in portion. And whenever Yanika and Girl Union want to come on, that's when we're going to have the call-in portion of our show get started for y'all. Hello, everybody. I'm hoping I didn't lose like my people, but so let me know what you guys think about today's topic. So, you know, me personally, right, you know, I've always kind of understood wanting to be accepted for like your most authentic and natural state. But sometimes we have to be realistic about who is going to be filling in those roles for us as women. And you can't expect the type of privileges from everybody. You know, being able to walk around in your bummy state, that's for men, you know, that you really trust and that you really care about, you know. So as far as the locks were concerned, I don't think it was like the locks that were the problem. They just didn't fit her. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to tell people it doesn't fit you. But, you know, with fake positivity, people will sit there and lie at, do I look fat in this dress? No, girl, you look fine. You look great. You know, and they'll lie to you. And then 5 years later, you're looking back at the picture like that dress was horrible. But because people aren't really interested in being truly authentic, sometimes, you know, they won't tell you the truth. So when people like Ashley Dalton tell you the truth, you have platforms who are telling you the God honest truth, whether you like it or not, whether it, you know, is, you know, politically correct or not. You just have to understand that it is what it is, what it is, what it is, you know? And when it is what it is, what it is, what it is, you just have to be realistic. And part of being realistic, part of being that realistic person is just being simply honest. You shouldn't change who you are for a man. But if you know in your heart of hearts, you say, I need a girl makeover. I need a full makeover, no expense spared. I need the hair, the nails, the full bombshell experience. You as a woman deserve that experience too. Okay, yes, you should be your natural, authentic, you know, bohemian self if that's what you want to do. But when you have those little inklings that say, ooh, I want to be glammed up, you're allowed to make those type of decisions. And not have women in the comment section kind of trying to tell you, no, you shouldn't do that for a man. That's desperate. That's desperate. The sheer assumption that she did all of that, cut all her hair off, you know, went up on Ashley Dalton's platform and asked her these questions strictly with, you know, finding a man and motivation. The pure thought that that's what you guys think happened just lets me know that people don't understand how, you know, really leveling up works. People don't really understand what it means to pour into yourself 110%. And they don't know what it looks like. It looks like, you know, hey, I think I'm gonna make a change, and then going onto a platform about change, which Ashley Dalton, she indulges in. She speaks about changing the aesthetic. She speaks about upgrading the aesthetic to match the life that you want to have. And to be quite honest, I don't think that's the only step, of course. That's like the first step, if anything. But I do think it's a great first step. Like that's a perfect first step if you're ever thinking about, you know, changing or conforming or anything, you know, just being honest and saying, you know what, I want to change how I am viewed and the type of treatment that I'm getting. And I gotta, you know, invest in whatever resources are gonna help me get those results. Um, let's see. I wonder if I want to tell this story. I don't know if I want to tell this story or not, but I might. I might tell this story. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I think I'm also going to show this video. And I prefer women like, the one in Coffee Cuties video, the one that video was about. I actually respect women like that a lot more than the women that I'm about to show you now. Actually, I was on Harmony Simone's platform not too long ago, and she was making a video about, why do Black women and biracials hate 4C hair? And, within that video she did, there was a couple of videos of women crying about doing their natural hair. They were frustrated with it, and they were just, doing too much. And what I respect about, let's say these women that Ashley Dolson has on her platform, rather than, women like, and I'll show you the video, women like these women, right? They will know they have like a problem. They know that they need their hair done. They know that they need to invest in themselves one way, one shape, one form. But they won't actually do that. So they'll, project on the internet and end up looking crazy and do justice.
I have to be at work in 30 minutes. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make it look presentable to the public.
Not trying to be rude.
Some of this.
I don't think you can hear it. Let me know if you can hear.
I can't go like this. My hair is only long enough to do little space buns. Is that a bit childish for work? What do you do? What do you do? Smoothie styler? I didn't know Black people could use tangle teasers. They're actually pretty sick. I don't think I have enough hair to do a high bun. Wait, what is that hump? 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, wait. I'm actually, okay. I'm gonna have a pack that. Maybe a bow? No.
I don't think you can hear it. Let me see. Can y'all hear that? Let me know. I need someone to be my eyes and ears this time. Let me make sure that. Well, basically the point of that was you have certain women who don't even know how to do their natural hair in one state, let alone knowing how to style their hair in locks, knowing how to style their hair in pixie cuts, knowing how to style their hair in braids and everything else. You have women who don't even know how to style their natural hair after it's just been washed. Okay?
I'm actually gonna start crying. Wait, this looks really bad. Still sticking up. Why is it still sticking up? ORS grip gel. Put on some earrings so I don't look like a Nigerian village boy. Why? I'm just gonna colour it in with black eyeliner because I don't have time to piss around. All that work. And what did it get me? The only plus side is I work with all white women. It doesn't matter how busted my hair looks. They always tell me I look nice. They don't even know what they're looking at.
Morning. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, like your hair.
Dear.
Yeah, you look gorgeous with your hair like that.
Oh, I was having a
Y'all see how they just lied to that girl like that? Oh, your hair looks gorgeous like that. The fact that was the first thing that she said out of her mouth lets me know that they could very much so tell that she was already self-conscious about the hair before she even pulled up to the job. And they're going to just sit there and lie to her. Your hair looks gorgeous like that. And of course, yes, we're all gorgeous, if we're being philosophical about the whole thing. But am I going to wear my hair like that? Me personally, out in public, when I wear my hair like how she has her hair, it is a bad hair day for me, aesthetically. So that's what I mean. You have women, they don't even know how to do their hair. Forget getting fit. They don't even know how to wear their hair. They don't know how to style it. They haven't really invested in styling it either, but they are focused on other women
and what they're trying to do in order to reach their happily ever after. If someone said that they were looking for a corporate man and they need to cut off all them locks because this is the type of man that they're looking for, who am I to say, girl, you don't need no corporate man. You don't need to cut off your locks. You beautiful the way you are. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that is true, but there's nothing wrong with self improvement. And I think that, investing in the aesthetics is my favorite way to improve personally. It's my personal favorite. I'll risk it all for fashion. I'll risk it all for a hairstyle, a look. I love a good look. So I always like to see women, investing in themselves aesthetically. And I hate to see women discouraged when women do like start investing in themselves because it does help in more ways than one.
A breakdown this morning over it.
She looks like a model, doesn't
Yeah. That's so great. Thank you. You've made me feel better.
You know that one friend that always compliments you regardless of however you look? So the compliment is kind of watered down because they're always saying nice things anyway. I feel that's how she feels about this woman that said, oh, you look nice. I feel horrible that she had that experience with her hair, but the outcome wasn't that bad, to be honest with you. I feel like if she just put
Her hairstyle wasn't ruined or anything like that. Her hairstyle wasn't that bad. I was just showing, how there are women who really don't know how to do their hair. And these will be the same women who will tell you, don't do that pixie. Well, you can wear your natural hair. Of course you can. But is it going to give you your desired results? Probably not. So that's just how I felt about the whole situation. Watching the Coffee Cuties video, as well as just seeing some of the comments that people had to say, I guess, in terms of the pick me culture. Do I believe that there is such thing as a pick me? Yeah, there's like extreme versions of pick me's out there in the world, and those women are truly dangerous because pick me's who are really pick me's, they will put your life in danger. Okay, they will put you in danger. They will do anything off of the strength of, getting attention from a man, whichever man they so choose. They will go ahead and put you in jeopardy, right? So I don't think that just because it's a trend, we should just resort to calling any woman who has a different way of doing things a pick me. Because in my personal opinion, you have women who are independent. They're not really looking for a man. If the right man comes along, that's what they're going to do. And then you also have women who are out here and they live for the male gaze, or they get a lot of different privileges based off of appealing to the male gaze. Like Cooking with Kaya, for example. Let me use this as an example. Cooking with Kaya, of course, I made a video about her, on my channel where she had went viral for cooking and she was doing her little twerky twerk in front of the camera, and she had gotten 1 million followers on TikTok and things, and she was really doing well for herself. The Cooking with Kaya-ification of, social media has actually happened, and now I see random girls, not just Cooking with Kaya, who are posting up their plates, trying to copy her catchphrase, trying to copy her slogan, and basically, rinse and repeat, playing into respectability politics. Is that not respectability politics? You know what I mean? So first they'll down you and clown you, and then they will go ahead and copy. Cooking with Kaya, she came on here telling everybody, y'all need to learn how to cook. Y'all need to know how to cook. Y'all better feed y'all man a breakfast before I do, and he don't ever leave my home, and whatever little banter she was doing for her YouTube channel or whatever. She was doing that banter, and people got mad. People got upset. Women were cussing her out there in the comment section. My man will never go for you, XYZ, XYZ. Just to find out that after all the backlash, has fizzled away, you see women all over social media, all over their Instagram pages, all over their TikToks, all over their red notes, posting these beginner level-esque, dinner plates, trying to appeal to the Cooking with Kaya, benefit or privileges. You know, what's going on? Their intent is, okay, well, since I know that there's certain men who went crazy for cooking with Kaya, right? They went crazy for her cooking these foods and these meals. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to emulate that on my channel or on my page. I'm gonna post me, you know, with my little sauteed onions and my steak or whatever, and I'm gonna see if I can get me a fraction of that male gaze as well. It's part of the female competition. It just is what it is. You don't have to compete for, you know, men, but people will compete with you for jobs. People will compete with you for friends. So this is a part of female competition. This is a part of the female competition or competitive tactics. You know what I mean? This is just what women do to compete. So at the time, you know, before, you know, Cooking with Kaya had really did her thing, we were all like, no, like I don't wanna, she's a pick me. She's a pick me. She's trying to flex these meals. And now look at everybody flexing the same meals on Instagram and TikTok and things. Everybody is flexing the same meals that y'all swore up and down were pick me behavior. So first they talk stuff and then they copy. And that's just how I feel about all of these situations. No, I don't think you have to change your hair texture for a dude. But I also feel like if you've in your heart of hearts, most women aren't doing that. You know, even in the most desperate of cases, you don't want to be desperate out here, but even in the most desperate of cases, if you're willing to say, I need to make a change and I need to invest more in myself aesthetically, that is a pretty good that's a pretty good place to be. Even if it was a like, oh, I need to get my, you know, I need to get on game with my stuff, you know, even if that is where it started at, that's fine. But most people aren't used to this like this advice, like hardcore level advice, because I don't know why they're not used to it. I don't know. But me personally, I love watching hardcore advice. Like over honest, over truthful. I like to watch people just tell the utmost truth when it comes down to um everything, but especially all things womanly, all things feminine, like femininity wise, and all things womanly. I love to listen to other women because I've never like I this is my first time being here just like all of you. So I don't know everything, and it's always interesting to listen to another woman, you know, just tell me her stories and her perspectives about different aesthetics, her own fashion choices, and you know, what have you. All right, I'm gonna do a quick pulse check. Who's here? What are we doing? And then we'll go from there. But yeah, I like listen to extreme advice. Like I was first watching Love Dorsey when I was younger. She's very extreme in her, you know, her advice giving. I like to watch I did fall into like Ashley Dalton very recently. Who else is like very good with like, you know, Chrissy too. You know, I was watching Chrissy, you know, very early on too. So I'm just used to watching content creators who have very harsh perspectives and very harsh advice because that balanced out stuff, even though it's good for, you know, just making sure that you are informed and stuff, when it comes to results, sometimes you have to make a change. And that's what people are not used to saying. Like sometimes you just have to make a change. It's the fact that I literally said, "Oh, I'm gonna take a little break." Everyone said, "Okay, I'll be back," and now I guess I'll never do that break again, y'all. Okay. I don't know. Should I just keep this live stream up or what? Like, what should I do? Because I know I was loving watching some Ashley Dalton. But I also want to watch some other live streamers too that I know like to make some really good content here on YouTube. Actually, how about this? Let's go ahead. We're going to show, since it's just you and me, right? It's a secret. We're going to show a little bit of like my next live stream.
just so you guys can kind of see where like I'm channeling this energy from. But I guess, so for me personally with like female competition and everything, that's kind of how I see it. I see that there's a lot of people who they're preaching love yourself. And of course, you should love yourself. You should love yourself in every sense of the word, naturally, with enhancements, without enhancements. You should love the journey of being yourself. But I definitely feel like some of the advice that people are giving really doesn't seem to be in touch with reality, especially when we get into this love yourself message. Of course, love yourself in any and all, stages that you're in, because that's you, that's yourself. But at the same time, when you notice and when that you have that gut feeling that you need to make a change, you need to switch it up, you need to upgrade, you need to elevate yourself. Don't let your outside, tell you, no, girl, that's too much. No, girl, don't do that. Because what I've learned about female competition is they'll be the same one to tell you that you look cute when your hair looks ugly, but they'll be the same one who will sit there and try to take a compliment from you when you look gorgeous. So because the lady who had the pixie cut looked gorgeous, we're going to call her a pick me, because the hairstyle actually turned out cute on her, while we kept letting her walk around with those dusty locks. And I'm just saying the truth. Not saying that locks are dusty, but clearly she wasn't happy with him. That's why she called Ashley Dalton and said, "Hey, girl, I don't know. I'm starting to notice, like, I don't really know. People ain't really coming up to me like they used to. What should I do?" But this is also, you can notice too when women don't have a strong sisterhood around them, because they'll be offended with regular advice. Okay. You tell them, yeah, maybe you can stand to lose a few pounds. Y'all not even friends no more. You just waged war on the friendship by telling her to, lose a few pounds. And that's how you know that a lot of people, they really aren't used to true sisterhood, true friendships, true people keeping them accountable and, winning throughout their livelihoods. There are people who they're not trying to have you do that. Yes, you're going to want people to love you no matter what you look like. That is a completely 100% true. So if you find a man, I'm going to want him to like me with this straight hair, this curly hair, this bonnet, this coily hair, whatever it is. I want him to like all of that if that's going to be the man for me. But if I know I've been sitting here and for about a couple months, I've been walking around and I haven't been having no luck, you know, and all of a sudden I get hit by 200, 300 different people trying to tell me I'm a pick me just because I wanted to switch up my hairstyle. I feel like we threw out these words too easily, and we don't really, first of all, most women, they benefit from men. And if women who benefit from men, they're going to continue to do whatever it takes to benefit and continue to benefit from whatever male attention that they get. That's the truth of the matter. That's going to happen with most women. To come up with a term named pick me is to almost try to shame women for living in the male gaze. And then it's like forcing women to live for the female gaze. And then that's when you get into like respectability politic and, oh, well, you should do this instead of this. And although some of the advice helps, although some of the advice works, I really would be a lot more interested in seeing people talk about, the soul and the spirit. But I understand that that's not as popular here on YouTube as some of the other topics are. So that's why you have a lot of content creators who don't talk about the soul and the spirit and the character. Yeah, of course that goes without saying you should focus on that when you're looking for a man. But, that's not as interesting to talk about on TV, on YouTube, on live. So that's why you don't hear a whole lot of conversations about it. I don't think that the advice that Ashley Dalton gave that young lady was wrong. I actually think she gave a great styling choice. That pixie cut, once she learns how to style it better, learn how to do those Marcel finger waves, I'm pretty sure that woman is going to be top T. The next thing that she wants to make sure she worries about, because of course we can always focus on the aesthetics for leveling up, but the things that go into leveling up aside from the aesthetics, making sure that you got that career on lock, making sure that you got that education on lock, making sure you got that work balance on lock, making sure you got those finances on lock, them savings on lock, them trips on lock, okay? It's not just the
Aesthetics are just a one-dimensional aspect to this three-dimensional phrase, okay? So if you want to make sure that you're leveling up, we only talked about the aesthetics for today because I feel like that's the first step for you to start. When you feel better, you do better. So I always tell people to start off with the aesthetics first, but what you really are going to want to do for the level up, you know, you're going to want to focus on those emotions. Focus on making sure that those emotions go, beyond. Thank you. Alexandria Winchester said, keep it up. Thank you. You want to make sure that it goes beyond, just the face. You want to make sure you're thicker than just the face. You want to make sure that you're deep as spirit. So you always want to make sure that you're focusing on your emotions. You're focusing on all of that, your familial ties, everything that goes into the level up culture. But to sit there and have women discourage this woman from cutting her hair off, I don't understand it. I feel like those what undesirable women do when they see something beautiful and they try to discourage it just because it doesn't align with their own personal morals or values. At the end of the day, everybody is not here to fight for natural hair. They're not here to fight on behalf of colorism, texturism, or not on behalf, but fight against the texturism and futurism and colorism. Some people are just here to live and try to find partnerships and find people that they want to be in community with. So is there anything wrong with changing? No. Should you change for other people? No, because like Coffee Cutie said, they could wake up tomorrow and feel like they want a whole new thing and you're stuck with what you got. But at the same time, if you know that you've been laying down in your bed and you've been saying, I need my hair done, I need my nails done, I need to switch it up, I want to be glamorous again. Every woman has the choice to do that and should do that. And I don't think it's anyone's place to come out with pick me comments just because you're looking to find a man. That's something that every individual woman may be ready for. You may not be ready for a man. You may be ready to do all the things that treat a man well, and some may not. That doesn't make you a pick me, you know? So I don't know. I'm over it. I feel like there's nowhere on the internet for a pretty girl to level up in peace. And that's honestly what I was saying too, Give me a moment. I was telling her, like, you got it when I was putting on the post. You have to level up in private. You have to level up in a private community because when women start giving this good advice, this real good advice, hey, do this to your hair, lose a few pounds, hang out at these restaurants, do this. This is who you need to rub shoulders with. This is who you need to talk to. When us women start giving those good advices, there's always going to be detractors talking about, no, you shouldn't have to do that for a man. This is desperate. This is pick me behavior. Yeah. If you're going too far. But if you're just doing the normal, balanced regimen, I don't think there was anything pick me about what that girl was doing. I think that the hairstyle looked gorgeous on her. And I think that she should continue to, experiment to figure out what works best for her. Like we should all do. We all need to continue to experiment and figure out what works best for us because you may be able to attract whoever you can attract good friends, good man, good job with your locks. I've gotten a good job wearing my locks before. But at the same time, do I feel like people took me as serious when I had my locks in my hair? No, I absolutely not. And I'll tell the truth 110%. They didn't take me serious. It wasn't me hating my hair. It was society reacting to me based off of what my hair was and me not liking that reaction. So if you ever feel like you're in a moment in time, because some people they texturize their hair, they relax their hair because simply that's just what they want to do. They don't want to deal with their kinky coily hair. If these are the reasons behind it, I really don't have any issues because here, and this is why I say this, right? Because I was talking to a lady in my Uber and she told me, she was letting me know she didn't know me from a can of paint, so she was just talking to me, y'all, and she was saying like, if you are looking for clubs to work at, you can look at these clubs. I don't know how far you want to go, but you could always be a good little stripper and make some money.
And I told her, I'm really, I didn't say I wasn't comfortable with that, but I basically like let her know in my own way, like, I really don't feel comfortable with that. So if it's, if it's possible, if it happens where women will sit there and tell you that you need to go to the club to make some money, there should be nothing wrong with someone telling you like to cut off a hairstyle that doesn't even serve you. Especially if you're looking to find a man who you're actually proud of, if you're looking for a higher caliber man, you know, it's not just going to happen naturally where, oh, well, I'll just find the person who's attracted to me because I'm ushering out good vibes. That'll happen, but there's a whole lot of, somebody says it's lucky is where opportunity or meets structure. Does anybody know that? That's not the saying. Lucky is when organization meets opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Where you structured your life to be prepared for this new blessing. And at the end of the day, how I feel about relationships and me being completely honest about relationships, men like variety. Men are attracted to a lot of different things. There's not going to be a particular phenotype, a particular hairstyle that's going to have a man whipped. Those type of men that are attracted to like a particular, like one particular thing. Those are very particular types of men. And there are very few men who are actually that particular in real life. And if I'm being honest, in 2025, you don't want to be caught outside with a poor ass man. You don't. I'm gonna just be real. You do not want to be caught outside with a poor man, and you don't want to be you don't want a poor man caught outside with you. So whatever you need to do to get those dusties off your back, because I had those conversations with my mom where I was like, I'm wearing my fro, but I feel like it's dust buckets who are attracted to the fro now. I don't know what's going on. You know, but I miss the days when women can have real conversations about what's really like, affecting them, and we not having to be so PC about the whole situation. I love my natural hair texture. I don't think my natural hair texture shows anything less than elegance and class. But I have to be honest that how I see my natural hair and then how society views my natural hair, two totally different views. And if I have to be honest about that, I also have to be realistic with I understand why women would change their natural hair if they're not going to fight on the side of fighting against texturism, fighting against colorism, fighting against all the isms, you know? Because you have women who are crying on camera because they don't know how to style their natural hair. But I don't see you same women ushering help to them. These same women will call you a pick me, but these same women are helping you do your hair when you look a mess. These same women will call you gorgeous when they know that your hair looks a mess because it's all about female competition. So that's how I feel. That's what I said. This is my video. This is how I feel about the level up. Does level up equal conformity in some aspects? Sometimes, it does have to, you do have to conform a little bit, especially when you're looking to be accepted by, the general society. But if you're not looking to be accepted by general society, you don't have to conform to nothing. So me personally, I don't think that this girl deserves to be called a pick me. I think I need to calm down with that pick me topic. I think that you guys call anything a pick me, and I don't think everyone's a pick me. Sometimes women are just looking to switch it up and get a different result. And when you're looking for different results, you do different things, okay? Alexandria Winchester says, I think that's why it's hard to find good advice. People don't want to hear the truth. No, they don't. They will rather you, like, they will say a man should like you no matter what hairstyle you have. Yes, he should, but it doesn't actually happen. No, not really. So when we say that, people are like, oh, like, I don't like that advice. I don't like this person. She's a pick me. You know who else's content I might play on here? Six the Goddess. Because that's exactly why people don't like Six the Goddess too. Because Six the Goddess is the only black woman who I actually know on these YouTube streets who tell black women and actively discourage black women from being overweight or obese. And that's why people don't like Six the Goddess. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to hear the truth, you know, because we've been so brainwashed with this liberal, everybody should be loved for what they have, you know, type of, you know, talking points, right? So when we all come from the talking points of we should all be loved, we should all be, you know, considered beautiful under these under these conditions. You know, and when someone pops your bubble and they're like, yeah, it should happen like that, but that's not the truth. And you're going to have to switch it up a little bit if you're thinking that, you know, you want a different type of result. But when we have these types of women come on and tell their stories, we pick them apart and we no longer want to, you know, support them anymore. And that's why we're going to continue to get, you know, fake advice, fake empowerment, nothing that has any real substance or results, because no one's willing to be realistic about what it takes to actually get to that next level. Everybody would be at the next level if it was easy. If everybody was accepted, we'd all be doing it. But because it's not like that, if you're choosing to appeal to society norms and standards, then you make that choice. But then you also have to be realistic and say, it's going to take me doing more than what I wanted to do. So I'm going to play some of Six the Goddess's videos. She makes a lot of good content. I like Six the Goddess. I know some of y'all guys didn't like her because she was like a pick me, you know, I saw some of you guys' comments on my last video, and I definitely agree with a lot of what you guys have said, but I think she definitely has very good points that are helpful for certain individuals. It doesn't have to help everybody, but certain individuals, she's good. I think she's good in my book. All right, I'm playing it now. I'm going to play it now. This is where Six of Goddess was talking about female losers, okay? Female losers, women who want to be leveled up, but they don't want to do the steps that it takes to be leveled up, so they complain instead, okay? So I'm going to show this Six of Goddess video, and then we're going to, you know, get back into it. This is when she was also talking about Ashley Dalton when that lady came on her podcast and tried to act crazy. This is basically when she was talking about it. So I wanted to add this in my last video and I didn't get a chance to do.
Talking, but you're over here with no nails, talking about the length of someone else's nails. Ladies, if you know a woman like this, your best bet is to run as fast as you can. Okay, women like this, do you see how she is trying so hard to coerce this grown woman into doing less to make her comfortable? And this is what I mean by girls who come from families with women like this. This is the real issue of why it's so hard for you to do better with yourself, because you got a cousin like this, you got a mama like this, you got a sister like this. And this is the attack that you'll be under when you step your game up. And this way you got to learn how to tell a woman, up, fuck you, bitch. See, what you got to be able to say is, you can't beat my ass. What keep me going through life is, every time I'm ready to be bothered by the bitch, I'm like, that bitch can't beat my ass, so therefore I'm gonna keep moving. Stop being afraid of this invisible box of bitches like this. This is what y'all really be afraid of. All y'all got a cousin, a mommy, a auntie, a grandma like this. All y'all. And that's why you keep yourself lowered. I've had girls, you try to, put them on some makeup, their hair, and I've heard them literally say, oh, this is too much for me. It might just be too much. And when they say that, you got a family member like her. And you are so afraid of subconsciously triggering her and offending her, like how she's doing right now, that's why you over here look like a basic librarian. When I look at you, I don't know where you going. Are you going to the fiction, nonfiction? I don't know. But if you can learn how to run into girls like this and be like, anyway, life great, still good, you're winning. That's how you become a winner. You leave girls behind, get rid of them. Honey, you are triggered. You ain't got no control of your emotions. You projecting, baby. You got to get there, baby. You got to go. And they're going to lash out. They're going to smear you. Oh, well, And then they'll get out their system and they'll sit down and eat their rice and you just gonna be great. But this what y'all be afraid of, backlash like this.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
No. She said she the top fan I am. I was a fan, but I didn't like that one little comment. And then she said, "Oh, if you was
see how I be saying shit, boy." See, the thing about a lot of female interactions is they're dependent upon you doing what they want you to do. And the minute that you don't do what they want you to do, I saw a meme that said, female friendships are so hard. You miss one birthday dinner and you a fake bitch. Facts. That girl says she been a top fan for years, but she said, oh, but I didn't like that one comment. You see how they are? They'll act like they ride it with you. You say one thing they don't like. You see how it turned. And then y'all wonder why you be miserable in the situations you be in, right? That girl say, I've been a top fan. I guess they might be talking about the top fan badge on like Facebook. So she's saying like, oh, I've been a top fan, but that one comment I ain't like. So it took one comment to have her flip like this. You ain't solid, baby. You ain't solid. Another reason why you over there in the position that you in now. Okay, looking like a character on Orange is New Black. Let's continue.
If I was gay, I wouldn't deal with you, girl. What? I wouldn't deal with you if I was gay. If I was looking for a bit, I would not even look for you. You're not. So let's keep it mutual, right, Ash? And let's keep going. Okay. Right. You a bully? I'm not a bully. She said I'm very masculine. No.
Anything else? You're calming now. Anything else? Now that we got the hard part out of the way, anything else?
I love the unbothered.
Is there anything else, Ash?
I don't know. Tell me. Now that you're calmer, now that you got it out, anything else?
No.
The views went up. The sales are
they
going
did.
up.
You like how the views went up when I did that?
Going up on YouTube. Anything else?
And but give me my money. Just give me my money, because I know you're gonna get your little check. I'm gonna hit you up in the DM.
It ain't never little, babe. But okay. It ain't never little. Okay. It ain't never little. But go ahead. Anything else? Keep it going, babe.
No. This is one of the things. Send me my little coin, because you said it's not little. So send me my big coin. And then we can do this together.
Send her some gifts, Kat. Send her some gifts.
I don't want no gift. I don't want the gift. I want that YouTube check.
Send her some gifts.
I want that YouTube check.
Anything else?
Well, that was a little bit of like with Six the Goddess, and I think I'm actually going to go back because I was the tail end of the video. I had already watched it for the research, but what Six the Goddess was basically saying was, you will, when you grow up around women who shame women for tapping into their femininity, they shame women for trying to explore a little different aesthetics, different niches, wanting to change, wanting to be competitive about your physique, about your face card, about being the total package. When women who are not playing about, presenting themselves that way out into the the public and stuff, when people like that, okay, these women will sit here, these losers, these undesirable women will try to discourage women from being competitive and for researching about how to switch it up as far as their aesthetics to get real results in real life. So you have women who will sit there and discourage that. They'll say, yeah, be loved in your natural state. You see that woman right here in the green? That's your natural state. And you should be loved in your natural state. Yes, you should. But when you're first meeting a man and when you're on the prowl for men, if you're ever on the prowl, like you need you a high value man tonight, if you're ever in those type of situations, then the hoodie's not going to do it for them, babe. I don't care what no one's gonna say. The hoodie and the undone edges and the puff is not going to do it for them. We can act like it is, but it's not. And once we reach that, understanding as women, where we can say that out loud in a public space without being accused of, having certain ideals that we don't. At the end of the day, I love to wear my hair in its natural state, but I also peep how people treat me when my hair is in my natural state versus when it's in another state. Girl Union says, got caught up in my studies. I was like, oh shoot, but I made it back. Yes, I know. I didn't get anyone back on after the break. So I was like, I want to stay on a couple extra, couple, minutes just to make sure that I give everybody opportunity. I'm going to redrop the link in the chat. So if you guys actually want to come on and share your own opinion about female competition, female gaze, level up equals conformity, respectability politics, any part of, this conversation, if you're interested in it, definitely type in or, type in the comment section or click on the link. And I will definitely love to have you on and have a discussion. Yeah, so okay, for me personally, as far as the pixie cut's concerned, I think the pixie cut looks way better than the locks on the lady. It really did. And it had nothing to do with it being, a different texture. It had everything to do with it framing her face a lot more. You have women in the comment section discouraging that and calling her a pick me. And those same women, will be the same ones to say that you should be loved in your natural state. When, if we're being honest, our natural state, is just that. It's natural. It's a natural state. Okay. It's not competitive. It's not going to get you that upper echelon of man. If we're going to be honest, our natural state, truly natural. If I got bummed out and started walking down the street, even the hobo could think you could talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Just because I look like I'm on his level, I look approachable to him. So me being a woman, and growing into my womanhood and then starting this channel, right? I'm actively, searching for different traits and within myself that I'm keeping, enhancing, and throwing away. So part of that is, am I going to keep walking around here with my hair looking crazy, even though, yeah, this is my natural hair, but am I going to keep doing this? No. I got to be honest and say no. That's not the most strategic thing to do. Yes. I think this is what I say too, right? I say that what you really should do as far as respectability politics, you should only use them or adhere to them in certain settings, like code switching. That is what's going to keep you from burning yourself out too. Because I know we talked about our beauty maintenance Olympics and how that can burn you out if you're doing it too much. So how I do it, right? Girl, yes, I know. Monique don't want you to see you in a bonnet. But me personally, if you might catch me at a Walmart in a bonnet, you might, because no one's at Walmart that I'm really interested in talking to. So I'm okay looking unapproachable and looking homely at a Walmart. Will I walk into a nice restaurant with that same bonnet? Probably not. You know what I mean? So I think that the best thing that we should really talk about is moderation. There's nothing wrong with appealing to respectability politics within moderation. You shouldn't appeal to them so much so that it becomes law, because that's kind of how the Pharisees were. The Pharisees, appealed to law as if it was religion when it was two totally different things, So you don't want to be that type of person. But as far as acting like respectability politics don't work, yes, it does. It definitely does work. That lady is definitely going to have an easier time finding quote unquote. Now, high value man is its own can of worms that I think I might do my own live stream about. The high value man part is a completely different can of worms. But if I'm just simply talking about her getting a new hairstyle and stuff like that, I think that is fine. Y'all just have to click on the link if you did want to join the call-in. It'll be in the chat down below, and you can just click that link and you'll be joined in with me. I'll put it as a star. So, yeah. Okay. So that's kind of how I feel about the whole respectability politic. Respectability politic works for me at work. When I'm in my corporate setting, you know what I mean? That's when appealing to respectability politic works for me. Being done up at the grocery store, could do more harm than good if there's not, good people around. Let's say that. Because I saw Monique in person. I saw Monique in person one time, and she was still talking that same bonnet stuff. Girl, stop wearing your bonnets outside. Y'all look unkempt. Don't wear your bonnets outside. And I agree. I do think I look crazy when I wear my bonnet, but when I wear my bonnet, it's me basically saying I don't care. Whatever I'm doing right now is way more important than me sitting here trying to slick down my hair for you guys. And I think it's okay to say that at times. And I'll be honest, they ain't nobody at a gas station I've ever really wanted to meet. I ain't never met nobody at a gas station that I really even wanted to be in connection with. So, I think it's nothing to go to the gas station looking crazy. Like, the worst thing that someone can do is record you and you go viral. And even then, that's still pretty good because I'm going to just go ahead and capitalize if it ever happened to me. So I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with respectability politics. Of course, I use a lot of respectability politics on my channel. If you don't like that and if you're above that, then you will find yourself being more of an opposition on my channel. But like I think personally, as far as respectability politics goes, like I think it helps in certain settings and I like to use them when I can, if I can. But at the same time, I also like being able to rebel them if I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like me wearing my bonnet is a sort of rebellion, if I be honest, because I know I shouldn't be wearing it, but it's like a guilty pleasure of mine. The same thing of as quote unquote hairstyles. Like I said, there's certain men that think I'm a lot more approachable because I have my natural hair, and that annoys me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be low hanging fruit. I don't want to look like low hanging fruit to nobody. And I hate that in certain people's minds, coily type 4 hair equals more obtainable. That is somebody that I can easily get. You know what I'm saying? Because that's almost saying if we were going for the latter option of that, that's almost like saying straighter hair is a lot less obtainable, so that's a higher pedestal. I put straighter hair on a pedestal, and that's why you have people who would put straight hair on a pedestal. They only wear their wigs. You never see them in their natural hair. And that's why another thing where I was like, she's a pick me? Really? Are y'all serious? Why is this lady considered a pick me? Because she wants to find, she's admitting to herself that she wants to make a change because she's ready to find her man. And you got people on here trying to tell folks and tell her in particular, so much so that she had to come back and defend herself. Oh, you're a pick me. Why are you trying to be better than the rest of us? Why are you trying to level up? It's like crabs in a bucket. It's definitely like crabs in a bucket, especially like with level up culture and everything. They just do not understand. Hello. Okay, I have Unica on. Let's see. It says device not connected. So let's see if you can get some good internet and then we'll definitely add you on as well to the panel. You need to connect your microphone or camera. So yeah, I think you gotta fix your settings, Unica. Because it okay. Hi, how are you doing? I think I've added you to the stage. Yes. Okay. Can anyone hear me? Let me know because I can't hear you, Nico. But it did let me add you to the stage. So if you can speak, just start. And if you are new to the Strategic Feminine, if you are new to the wave, I make, all types of content, long form content, short form content. But I talk about all things womanly, all things basically girly in essence. So, hi,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm on my midterm break now.
How has school been? What has changed for you since our last live
Hectic.
stream?
Like I had to do like a thing of coursework, which is basically like a college level paper. Base. It was basically
Right.
a college level paper, or it's like about marriage and divorce.
Interesting. Do you have
Yeah.
to pick a side and then fight on that side, or how was that paper kind of structured for you?
Well, it was a whole thing about like marriage and divorce and its causes, and like one and it's structured into different questions that they give us and we answer them. And oh, I remember staying up until 6 to try put all of it together and then like format it. And I remember having to fix the formatting at school because it printed wrong and all of that stuff. But hey, it's done.
Well, at least
And
it's
let me
done.
tell you, yeah, but let me tell you, it was like thick, thick.
So let me ask you, do you feel like education is your version of leveling up right now? Do you feel like that's what
Oh
you
hell yeah. Oh
Okay.
hell yeah.
So it's
And
like
also like dancing and my creative things on the side. Like due to me being in fandoms, I love to make my own stuff associated with that fandom, with fandoms. And I'm currently making my own first thing, but it's in the drafts. And even though it's for fun, my perfectionism wants me to like make something out of it. Like I'm doing like a whole professional like animation thing where like I'm making the turnarounds, character turnarounds for the characters. It's fun.
Well, I'm glad that
Honestly.
you're having fun. I'm glad that school's going well. I personally am not in school at the moment, so I can't relate, but I'm definitely glad that you guys are.
Lucky.
Yes, I
Lucky.
am. I really am. I can't even lie. I took one class. I took one class
You
for
in
college.
college?
Mhm. And when I took it, when I tell you, it was just one credit, and I literally cried. I threw up. I passed out. It was too much, and I was just
That's
doing one
valid.
class. Like I was only
Oh,
doing one. I felt bad for my peers who they also had like 3 other credits that they were taking at the time, and they were a full-time
ah,
student and all
wow.
that stuff. Yeah. But I'm in no rush to go back to school. So as far as the topic is concerned, do
Hmm.
you feel like
Yeah.
that girl is a pick me? Do you feel like changing your hairstyle to attract a man?
Honestly, not really because maybe because of my autism, but I start to view beauty more as like a tool. But like I have, but I'm an artist, so I can see the beauty in very unconventional things, and things that aren't deemed to be beautiful. But if we're talking about beauty as a social tool, I feel like she was utilizing that as a way to get ahead because like she was going for a wealthy man, and I don't feel like she's going for a man that she necessarily like likes, but like a man to like get upward mobility. And she said, "Oh, I want a wealthy man," which in my opinion makes sense. But to be honest, I don't feel like I'm really interested in guys like like that to the point where I can like change myself for them.
You don't feel like it's that serious.
Yes, but like but like with women, oh my, oh my, oh my, I see like these oh oh my.
So do you feel like you are a girl who lives more for the female gaze rather than the male gaze?
I don't know. I know, but like I know that I would that I feel like it depends honestly because somebody I'm gonna be honest, some of these studs be looking too fine to the point where like I c- I could could be a
I
pick
can't
me for
agree.
them.
I can't agree. Shame, shame. I've never been attracted to a stud. I had a phase in middle school, but beyond that, I've never liked masculine women. No, me personally, I've always been attracted to like a womanly, femininely woman. Like, and that's why I don't know if
Oh,
that's
that
why I
makes
have a
like
tremendous.
Beyonce.
beyond Beyonce, like, you know, I really think I'm interested, like, who is like a really nice lady for me. I can't say like sexually attracted to any woman at the moment, but as far as like
Girl
Six
crush?
the Goddess really does it for me. She does.
Oh yeah.
I
She
like
reminds
her.
me to me, she reminds me of like Mel Medarda. That girl from Arcade.
I did look that up.
Yeah, she's like she even though there's not any race in this fantasy world. Ah, fly. Even though there's not any race in this fantasy world, she clearly looks like a black woman, and she has like these locks, and like she has gold on her, like gold on her skin, and she's
Well,
like
I haven't see I'm not really into the games. You be giving me different game ideas. But as far as, you know, real womanly black women, you don't really get to see a lot of those in the media, I'll say.
so like I like that Arcane did that, to be honest.
Yeah, that was different. You know who else did that? Walking Dead with Michonne. They did that.
Oh,
Even though she kind of is masculine, she was like the first kind of black love interest in any series ever on TV at the time.
and she wasn't a disposable black girlfriend type deal.
Yeah, like she actually remained in the show even when Rick wasn't in the show. So that was kind of interesting too. So yeah,
This salmon steaming.
I
Yeah,
personally didn't think she was a pick me. I remember personally having
same.
conversations with my mom and saying like, I don't know what it is. I'm wearing my
Oh,
fro, but when it comes down to like the dudes who are talking to me, it's like, you know, just blase poor dudes. I was noticing that dudes on a bike were talking to me while I'm opening my car door. You know what I'm saying?
that's crazy.
That's insane. Like you should never be there as a woman. So I said, I don't know. It's nothing. Like I have to stop wearing like what was going on. And within that comes conversations of, okay, are you looking homely when you go out the house? You know what I'm saying? What can you do to kind of combat that?
Personally,
So
due to me wearing a uniform, I don't get to dress up. The most I could do is like fix up my hair. I just usually just put it back in like a bun, put it like in the bun, and I always do my skincare routine. So like when I go out the house, I don't look too odd. But like the girls in my school, they still manage to like look good at school because they do like basically undetectable makeup looks, or like they do their hair in like slick back, so like you could still look good within those circumstances. But like when I'm outside, when I get to go out, I do like a little beat, but like I don't like to do it too obvious. I like it like subtle and almost like dewy. But
I
when
love
I'm
that,
performing,
you know, the what was it? The donut look, the glowy donut look,
glazed
the
donuts,
glazed donut, that was my favorite makeup look as a kid. Like highlighter and just
the
Vaseline,
90s, the
gloss.
90s, right? You seem like you're from the 90s. You grew up in the
So
90s.
and I think my inspiration, a lot of inspiration comes from 90s style. But
Hmm.
I had a guy say that I was retro. And well, I asked
Honestly,
him,
retro looks are nice. Retro looks are nice.
like I'd say the 70s. And
Oh, oh, that's wonderful.
you know how SZA
That's
wears her
wonderful.
hair, like, you know,
Blown out
the blown out kind of curl look, the fluffy blowout.
beans. Yes.
That's where I like, you know, that's my, if I had to say like internal beauty standard, a fluffy blowout, you know, some dewy skin and a glazed donut look, some highlighter, lip
Same.
gloss,
Please,
and I
I hope
like
there's
gold
someone.
in my undertones. Like I like to have a lot of gold on. Like if I was wearing anything, I don't like silver.
Hmm.
But I don't
I
know.
have anxiety around food because, like, oh my gosh, hope these aren't bad. I have some beans that I saved. I usually like to make beans not peas and rice, but beans and rice with like a Latin American style seasoning. But oh my gosh,
I
I
always
need.
well, I'm starting to because I did make my video about the enhance my skinny privilege. In order to like expound on that, I've been trying to eat a heavy meal a day. The body is bodying, and tonight is going to be like chimichurri sandwich, like a chimichurri steak sandwich tonight. That's what I'm going for. What is your dinner gonna be? Oh, I think so she's on mute right now. But yeah, I'm doing the chimichurri sandwich, y'all. And so I'm continuing, the pretty privileged content. I'm living it in real life. I'm just trying to
I,
do my hair and make sure
mhm,
that this body is teeing.
mhm. I'm doing the beans and rice, but I'm adding a bit of salmon, some salmon that I warmed up. I don't know. I don't know. I can't keep up carbs yet. So I'm just saying, I'm just getting like the best one, rice.
Rice, eggs, they're like superfoods, especially if you get the right kind.
Yeah, the black beans are my favorite, but I hate it right now.
I don't know. So I guess where are we standing as far as respectability politic? Are they a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Does it suck?
Uh, I view it as a necessary evil, but sometimes it could be too far. It could be too suffocating. Because I heard a TikTok where it said they use respectability politics back in their grandparents' days as a means of survival. So it made me like have a opinion of it being like a necessary evil back in the day, but sometimes I feel like we shouldn't really like rely on it, you know?
I mean, I definitely agree. I think that within the recent years, we've been very liberal, especially in America, about like a lot of personal identity, creativity, how one expresses themselves. So I don't feel a lot of that restriction. I only feel that restriction kind of coming back, if I'm being honest, a little bit before Trump got elected, but definitely when he was elected, is that everyone wants to kind of heighten in on every politic imaginable. Like you see isms coming back into like style again. You have people appealing to politics they never did before. At first it was cool to
Hmm.
be, a bigger girl or quote unquote fat, and now slim is in. And I
I'm
just
gonna
see a lot of people switching up.
kidney beans and coconut milk. Mm, I don't know. The the autism in me likes the things to be the same. So like when there's any like thing a change that I didn't anticipate, it's gonna throw me through a loop. But my mom learned to cook without a recipe at all, just vibes. With what she had on the tape in the fridge. So I'm gonna do that also.
Okay, I definitely agree. And I think you actually just gave us a great little out. I'm going to go ahead and go to bed.
Oh, same. No, I
Enjoy
need
your
to cook.
meal and let us know
Goodbye.
how it is going. And
Okay.
come back soon and make sure you tell us how school's going. I want to see you graduated by the end of the year, okay?
I will.
All right. Bye. I love that. Okay. I love how she said it. She told us that her mom didn't need a recipe to cook. She just went off straight vibes. And honestly, by the end of this video, that's exactly how I feel about femininity. That's exactly how I feel about girlyhood, womanlyhood, all of that. I feel like you don't need a guide. You don't need anyone to tell you exactly how to do it. What hair, what style, old money, new money, fun girl, wifey. It doesn't really matter what type. You don't need anyone kind of stringing you along or puppet stringing you to tell you exactly how you decide to be the woman that you need to be. You just go ahead and be that woman and you do it 10 toes down and you don't ask any questions. So, do I think that did that woman need Ashley Dalton's advice to say, "Hey, I need to cut my hair, girl"? I think you knew exactly what hairstyle you were looking to do before you even call Ashley Dalton's show. And when you have people who are not willing to make those same changes, they're not willing to be honest with themselves in that same way, they will discourage the average girl from appealing to these same politics. You may not feel like it's useful, but people use it in the everyday world to get where they need to get. It doesn't make it any more right, but it does make it a advantage over every other lifestyle. So here on the Strategic Feminine, what I will say, if I had to say anything at all, I want you guys to be able to pick and choose, like what mentalities you want to pick up and what things you want to leave at the door. Me personally, if I had to get down to it, I'm going to leave the mentality alone where I pick at another girl's hairstyle because something's not going right in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there and comment and say it's a pick me thing to do because someone in their life is ready to find a meaningful relationship. I think that that's weird that because we're not in a particular space in our life, we're going to project onto the internet and say that this lady is a pick me. At the end of the day, she enjoys Ashley Dalton's content. And it's this environment that makes people want to continue to be complacent. And I will no longer accept a complacent, personality or a type of way. Like, I think it's okay to want to appeal to whatever standard you keep of yourself. And that's fine. That's okay. And no one should tell you otherwise or differently. So that's how I feel. This is exactly what's been happening on here on the Strategic Feminine. Thank you so much for watching me here on YouTube. I'll be back. But until next time, I definitely might come back tomorrow because I feel like this live stream was a little bit too chaotic for my taste. But I'll be back tomorrow and we'll see what other topics we pick up on hand. Bye, guys.